Welcome to A Minute with Marty. We have got a great topic today. I am Marty Haynes with HFC Insurance. And the topic of the day, if you own a business or you in HR, it is a great topic. It's why is it important to be mobile first when it comes to payroll? And today I got Matt Glennon, let me get that right, Matt, with Paylocity. Matt, it is great to have you with us today.
Thanks, Marty. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Well, you're in a position where every business deals with payroll. And, some people still try and do it old school. Some use a payroll company. In our side, sometimes you have to get past a mentality of trying to do things in an advanced way with technology. And then sometimes we'll get companies that go, well, our employees can't do that. On our side, we like to use Ben admin to enroll, to make it simple, to get rid of paper and all those good things. And those employers, sometimes HR will go, our employees, they're not computer savvy. And I like to go, you know what? Everybody's got one of these things today. Everybody's got one. I promise you, Mr. Employer, Mr. or Mrs. HR, they know what to do on these things. And, like I said, most people have bought something online, so it's relatively easy. You just have to change a mindset when it comes to that. So that being said, when it comes to payroll, why is it important to look at mobile first?
Absolutely. No, it's a great question. Yeah, mobile first, kind of the transition of what employees are looking for now is they want to have the user to be able to access their payroll information. You want to be able to kind of view pay stubs, submit time off requests, kind of manage other like HR related tasks. And then, users can receive those notifications. They're able to track work hours, access company documents. So the mobile app is really truly designed to streamline employee self-service and to provide access to essential HR functions on the go. Kind of the backstory of why some of this transitions happen is businesses are really changing the way they operate, Marty, because the majority of people working are utilizing a personal mobile device every day, kind of like what you just shared. So it kind of makes sense to take that, mobility and create the same environment in the workforce. So what's happening is many people are still going into the office. But since COVID, really, we're seeing businesses move to either a hybrid or remote role. Mm-hmm. And that mobile technology is really allowing employees to stay connected, even when people are spread out through different offices, or in some cases, other states.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you in your field? I made the statement about pushback. Do you get pushback from people in accounting or HR, wherever it may be, that our employees won't use this?
Yeah, sometimes it really just depends on like the demographic of who's utilizing the technology. So in some cases, you have the pushback may be people that are more established in their ways. It might be an older demographic that's kind of done it in the same way. As you mentioned before, they're kind of using pencil and paper.
Yeah.
But, what we've learned, again, is that everyone uses a mobile device. Everyone has apps. There's some technology kind of available at their hands. And so when you're able to go through that and kind of explain that and say, what apps are you using today? Do you play games? Do you do those kinds of things? Yep. They kind of let their guard down and start to say, I do this. And it does make sense to maybe take a look that not only can I communicate easier with my employees and my staff, but there's just ways that we can connect on an easier level.
Mm-hmm. So that being said, we're all about making things easy for HR and easier for employees. What does your app do?
So from a business owner standpoint, really if the team has a couple of things here from a normal, like punch in and punch out with a time clock that was normally located in an office. These employees can now kind of have an easier access from their phone with the with the mobile app to perform that. So you have the clock in, clock out function. They have the access to be able to see their timesheet or their schedule. And even in some cases where people are still going to the office full time, we could actually set up a geofence in some circumstances to allow the employees to clock in kind of within a radius of the business or the property, which is nice. Awesome. The employee can actually make schedule shift requests with their coworkers. They can submit PTO for vacation, sick time, or even if a company has approved volunteer hours, they can kind of go through those. Another big one that has updated is also the expenses. So as employees kind of out in the field or they're having expense, different things for computers and paper, they're able to kind of log those quickly, submit those for approval, and then even through the process, they receive confirmations. Even after the approval, you get the message on the exact day that the deposit will be back in your account. So it really makes the process very seamless, from that standpoint. Employees are also gaining more financial control by viewing their current check or direct deposit. They all have historical pay information they want to access. That's also listed. And then in some cases, we have a part of the feature that's an on-demand pay where an employee can actually request a portion of the earned wages before that normal payday. So those are some of the major ways that employees are taking advantage now of being kind of mobile first.
Yeah, man, technology can be great if a company decides to use it. I mean, I love my banking mobile app and, things like this with payroll. I mean, it just makes life so much easier for a business to do that, to get away from paper.
Yeah, definitely.
Hand out, pay stubs and those sorts of things. So that's good. Now you did say did you say that they can go in and request time off?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, another great thing about a lot of this stuff is it's trackable. It's not like, well, an employee, the employee goes in and they set their time off. And it's not like, well, I went to HR and I told them. Well, no, you didn't. Well, yes, you can track things, which makes it wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so that has been a bigger thing too, because again, moving away from the standard kind of always to do a paper schedule or maybe like an Excel spreadsheet where it gets sent to an email and, sometimes it downloads, sometimes it doesn't, literally the person is just pulling up their phone in a matter of a couple of clicks, has access to, showing that. And if someone does select PTO, the great thing is it does link with like calendar. So if you have an Outlook calendar, you submit PTO for a certain day of a certain amount of hours, and that approval goes through, that will actually link to your calendar and show that you're out of office on that day, like in a highlighted color, let's say pink. So that again is another huge advantage of what we haven't seen before, where we're kind of moving towards, and it's really the future of what kind of accessibility payroll is giving us.
Right. Okay. Awesome. You guys also do this idea about community.
Yes.
What is that?
Yeah, really one of the biggest ways mobile app has been used is through community. This helps actually communicate and kind of build the culture where basic emails and bulletin boards have really missed the mark, helping engagement in the past. So with community does a few things. Employees can set up specific groups to join and kind of create a social collaborative hub. They can share recognition for accomplishments as either individuals or as a team, and then even use profiles to connect on, let's say, projects, different interests, initiatives, either amongst the team, different varying levels of directors, and even locations as discussion groups. The kind of growth connection with either new or existing coworkers really does give them an opportunity to speak to leaders directly and supervisors and have a way to kind of track those details. It's essentially it's creating like a communication to all team members or specific groups that has that trackability. It also has a convenient dashboard, which really shows the schedule of posts. You can manage it from there. You have the ability to send and then track all of the engagement and announcements. The software is actually very intuitive and working seamlessly with this one platform.
So it's a great way to continue to communicate with employees. So if an employer has announcements, they got an event coming up, whatever it may be, it's a great communication tool to make sure everybody is connected.
Absolutely. And that's really the thing that what this is really doing, the mobile technology is really, it's engaging the community, whether someone's working in an office, whether they're, truly either remote or hybrid, that employee is not going to lose a step of what's going on, within the company, within the business. So it really does encourage them to get together, be collaborative, and work however they want. It just makes it so much easier in this day and age.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Matt, this is some great info, great topic. As we wrap this up for today, any last nuggets you'd say?
Yeah, I think that this is, again, with Paylocity, this mobile app, it's ever evolving, but I mean, we continue to spend a huge amount of time and effort and energy into developing this technology. That's one of the purposes of what our company does. And it's really something that has seen great leaps and bounds amongst all business types. So, I just encourage people to, take a look at our information. It's readily available online, but, we are continuing to be a leader and to grow this technology.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Matt, this has been good today. We will have Matt back on for a couple of more topics here in the near future. So definitely keep your eye out for that. Matt, again, I really appreciate your time today and educating us on the importance of being mobile first.
Thanks, Marty. I really appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.
All right. Thank you, sir. Well, everybody
Yes,
else, thank you for joining us today with A Minute with Marty. Have a good day.